Zocalo family. I wanted to bring out a couple recipes, something that we always have around here. It's our table sauces. If you know us, you know that we give 3. This one's our Pico de Gallo, a little bit fresher taste, fresh tomatoes that we're gonna roast off, and let me show you how we get that done. Here in this bowl, I have some green chilies, which today I have some jalapenos, tomato, onion, and garlic, and that is all gonna go on our griddle. And we are gonna look for caramelization. Now remember, when we caramelize things, we can't touch too much. The more you touch, the less it's gonna caramelize and it's gonna get a little sticky on you. So I'm just gonna let this sit here by itself for probably 15 minutes. Every 5 minutes or so, I'm gonna give it a flip just to make sure that it's roasting on all sides. So I got those ingredients running. Now another salsa that you can always get here at Zocalo is our guacamole. I know this is something that's real simple to do. I just want to show you how we prepare it, show you a few little knife skills to kind of help you get those perfect pieces of tomato and onion. And let's go ahead and start off with an onion. So I'm going to take a full onion here, get the sides off. You can see how I'm holding this knife. I don't put my finger up here, I put it on the side, and I use my wrist for strength. So I cut this off. I'm only going to use a half. Out of the way, and then being very careful not to cut any fingers off because I need my fingers. I'm going to run through this thing. So if you can use the lines of the onion to help you cut, it makes it that much easier. And I'm not going to go all the way to the end, if you can see. So I'm just going to kind of run my knife through, and I want to use these fingers to guide me to make sure that my lines are straight across and every single piece of onion is going to be cut the same. Now with it together, I'm just going to run my knife through it this way, and again, I'm not going to go all the way through. And now I'm going to go the opposite way, and I'm going to start making little squares or a dice. And I'm just going to finally run my knife through it this way. Right at the end, that piece that was all together, I'm just going to run a quick square there, run my knife through it this way, and there we go. I have our onion. Tomato, I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm going to run through this a little bit faster. You know, when we're running through the restaurant on a Friday night, we can go up to 5 cases of avocados. We have it just everywhere. It's not only in, you know, the guacamole that people use for the chips, but it goes on the majority of our tacos as well. And another addition to avocado is the green tomatillo. So you can take some roasted green tomatillos, roasted onion, throw in a little bit of cilantro, and then you have a green guacamole. All right, so I have our tomato and onion. I'm gonna run through a tad bit of cilantro. Now with the cilantro, what we do is you just bunch it all up here, and then this is called the shift knot. So now I'm just going to run that bunch of cilantro. I'm going to run my knife through it real thin. Always keeping my other fingers curled to make sure I'm not clipping anything off there. Even for as many onions and tomatoes and everything I've cut, you still do it, trust me. So good, I have a good base here. Now I need a little bit of heat, so what we do is a jalapeno, but instead of just a regular fresh jalapeno, I do a pickled one. So I pickle it in apple cider vinegar, so you can kind of see it has that off color. Almost like if you couldn't do it at home, they have the canned chiles in the stores. You can use that as well. So I'm gonna run my knife through that as well. And then to make the guacamole, I'm gonna use that vinegar that they were pickled in to give it a little bit of bitterness. That bitterness is super, super important because that kind of just enlivens everything that's going on in the guacamole. Final touch, and the most important, are these babies right here, and that's your avocado. Beautiful, creamy texture. Man, I can eat them just with a little bit of salt. I love avocados. So if you just saw, I just ran my knife through that. Has a seed, so you grab your knife, be very careful, but just kind of hit it, twist, pull it off, and there you go. I'm going to dice inside the skin. Dice inside the skin. And then, we'll grab a bowl here. And a spoon. And now all I got to do is just scoop it out using the spoon against the skin of the avocado. And there's my dice. Okay? So let me do it on this last one real quick. Check out our tomatoes and stuff over here. They're still browning, so we'll let those run out a little bit. Don't worry, I was thinking ahead for you guys. I don't do that very much, but I have some tomatoes and things already roasted on the side, so we can get through these recipes and you can go about your day. Pull this off. Now, when we make guacamole at the restaurant, we make so much, we use a huge, almost like a potato masher. I have just a little bit here, so I'm just going to use a fork. I'm just going to kind of mash this up. I'm going to go ahead and throw in my other ingredients that I have. Take a little bit of the cilantro. And then I'm going to take a little bit of that vinegar that I said that I used to pickle my chilies with. And then I'm going to take a lime. And I'm going again for bitterness as well. Squeeze a half one in there. Move my mess to the side here. A little salt. Mash it all together and you have homemade guacamole. Very, very simple to do, but when done right, is that much better. And again, using that vinegar and that lime juice is what really hypes this guacamole and makes it that much better than anyone else. Just scoop that into our horchata here. And there we have it. Now, on my side here, these are your exact same ingredients that I had roasted. I just roasted them ahead of time. So I got my tomatoes, chilies, garlic, and onion. And I'm going to toss that in the blender. And hopefully the tomato will catch that grinder and will blend up, and I won't need to add any more. So here we go. That is like killer color. I mean, sometimes you go to a place and you see these weird colors in Mexican restaurants in their salsas. It's so hot, it's making me cough. And you wonder, how does it get that color? Why is there little black pieces? Well, it's from the caramelization on that griddle. So one thing that I always tell you guys to do is taste. Super spicy, but it's gonna be killer. Salt's on point. I'm gonna add that onto our molcajete. And there you have our salsa and guacamole. The last quick little step for a little bit of freshness to kind of kick things up. I'm going to run my knife through a little bit of cilantro. And I'm going to put that in the top of my salsa here. Now I'm sitting here and I'm looking at guacamole and homemade salsa that just came out. I'm starving. I got chips on the side, but why not make a few tacos? And that's exactly what I'm going to do here. So I have a few tortillas here on my side. Throw a little bit of meat that I have going on as well, some carne asada. Anytime you're grilling over at home. This is like perfect dinner, right? I mean, grab some carne asada tacos. You got some guacamole that you might have made at the party before. Got that salsa that is killer. I mean, you can use that salsa on eggs in the morning, on a burrito, anything you want to do, and it is just absolutely killer. Throw a little bit of that guacamole right on the top. Throw a little bit of that nice homemade salsa on the top as well. Give our plate a quick little cleaning. That dab of lime juice. And there you have it. Tacos with homemade guacamole, salsa. You can use it on chips, anywhere you want to go. These are just a few little basic things, very simple to make, but can be very versatile in your kitchen. I hope you try it out. Thanks for coming and checking us out here on Taste of Mexico, and we'll see you next time.